The whole internet went batshit for Batkid. He had 1.3 billion impressions, and if anybody was living under a rock last week, as a gift to a 5-year-old leukemia sufferer whose name is Miles Scott, who's thankfully currently in remission, the Make-A-Wish Foundation organized this, what turned out to be this massive effort to let him pretend to be Batman. He wanted to be a superhero named Batkid, and what they did ended up involving tens of thousands of people globally. It got a vine from President Obama. It got the chief of police and the sheriff and God knows who else. And using the hashtag SFBatkid, they got 400,000 individual tweets and 555,000 unique visits to the website and over 1.3 billion impressions. And, you know, that's just an absolutely incredible thing, because what made it so moving was that along with all of these people cheering him on, people made signs, and you know, here we are in the midst of one of the most horrible times in our history, and this was a reason for people to come out and participate and cheer in something that was wholly and totally beautiful. And you know, he's like a pint-sized little guy, and he had a Batmobile to ride around in, and he got to he got to you know, actually have somebody who was playing Batman, and he was in the middle of the Riddler and the Penguin and counts of conspiracy and kidnapping, and you know, and he solved all the problems. This little 5-year-old kid solved all the problems, and you know, even Kid President made a video. Kid President congratulated Batkid, and dogs made signs. I mean, and you watch it, and you just think like, wow, like I'm gonna cry just talking about it. All these people came out just to support this little guy, and there were naysayers. There were people who said, what about the kids who are going to bed hungry? What about this? What about that? Nobody can solve all the problems of the world. This was one beautiful, glorious afternoon, and I hope it happens once a week from here on in, you
know? Two things on that. One, being the PR person for Make-A-Wish Foundation is going to be the easiest job in the world. Sorry, but all these stories that are beautiful to tell, right? Two, the op-ed that you had that accompanied this piece in the show notes, whoever wrote the op-ed was talking about needing to capture the essence of this type of an event, and it's, you know, it's, as you said, in a world gone wrong, having these types of events really, you know, lifts the spirit and everything. And he cited the fact that a lot of social scientists refer to social media ties as weak ties, right? They're wrong. They're wrong. They're absolutely wrong.
It's all happened with social media, all of it.
I just gave a Ignite presentation a couple of weeks ago on, you know, I play football, right? On my playing football and how I use social media to organize it. I do it purely because I want to play football and need other people to play, right? But the benefits of it have been strong social ties, friendships with people I never would have met before, who come from all different walks of life, completely different backgrounds than I have. People have gotten jobs through this. You know, the whole social fabric has been enriched simply by the use of the tools. So
no, I 100% agree. I argue vehemently when people say social media is ruining face-to-face relationships. It is creating different types of relationships. Look at us. We've never met in person. You know? Right. I certainly count you as a friend, and a good one at that. You know, we know each other through social media. And Albert as well. Albert and I met arguing on Twitter. Bitterly arguing on Twitter. But there are so many people that I have met in this way. At the beginning, it was blogging that, you know, just gave me access to people I never would have met. It changed my life, really, in so many wonderful ways. And, you know, do we tend to isolate? Well, maybe, but in a different way. And, you know, I still get out in the sunshine. I know you do, too, because you play football.
Well, the fact that you can create a larger network than you would normally be able to do without these tools simply affords you more opportunities to meet people in the real world. You know, you just
Absolutely.
hear about more stuff. So, yeah, they're wrong.
Well, and then
Uh,
again, it falls to us to make sure that meetings in the real world take place. You know, I had a meeting last week with someone I only know through social media, and we had a really wonderful brunch together, and, you know, we marveled at the fact that we've been following each other for years without meeting or even, for that matter, speaking on the phone. And there we were sitting there. It turned out we had mutual friends. And, you know, he's coming back to town. We're going to get together again. And it does fall to you. You have to take action. None of this is automatic. And you know, you have to make sure that you reach out and you have that coffee with people and you get on the phone and call them. But, you know, if you don't, you weren't going to use other kind of media to help yourself. You weren't going to use letters or whatever it is that, you know, this is a substitute for. I guess that brings us to the end of another episode of Beyond Social Media. Please do follow us on Google Plus, where we are the Beyond Social Media Show, and follow us on our YouTube channel. The video of today's show will be in the listing page that you got here through, and on our YouTube channel. And we welcome your comments, and we thank you so much for watching.